All right, class, settle down.
Put the phones away unless you're watching this on your phone. Then turn the volume up.
Today we are looking at the Bible book of Esther. If this book were a movie, it would be a political thriller. We're talking secret identities, assassination plots, an evil villain with a massive ego, and a countdown clock to a literal genocide. But here is the craziest part about the book of Esther. It is the only book in the Bible that does not mention the name of God.
Not once.
No miracles, no parting of the Red Sea, no fire from heaven. It's just people making choices.
And yet, when you read it, you see God's fingerprints everywhere.
We call this providence. That's a big fancy word for God working behind the scenes. Quick check before we start.
Question: what is the one unique thing about the book of Esther that makes it different from every other book in the Bible? Answer: it never mentions the name of God. Okay, setting the scene. The Persian Empire.
It's massive. The king is a guy named Xerxes. Xerxes likes to party.
He throws a party that lasts 180 days.
He gets drunk and demands his queen, Vashti, come out and show off her beauty to his friends.
Vashti says, "No, absolute boss move." But the king, he gets embarrassed.
And in ancient Persia, you don't say no to the king. So, Vashti gets fired. She is evicted from the palace. Now, the king is lonely. So, his advisors come up with a plan. The world's first season of The Bachelor.
They gather beautiful women from all over the empire to find a new queen. Enter Esther. She's an orphan. She's Jewish, which makes her a minority in a foreign land. She was raised by her older cousin, Mordecai. Mordecai gives her one strict rule: do not tell anyone you are Jewish.
It's a secret identity, like Peter Parker, but with a crown instead of a mask. Long story short, the king sees Esther. He loves her.
She wins the contest. Esther goes from an orphan girl to the queen of the most powerful empire on earth. Let's verify. Question: Esther had a secret. What was she hiding from the king? Answer: her ethnicity or nationality. She was Jewish. Every good story needs a villain.
Enter Haman. Haman is the king's right-hand man.
He is the prime minister.
And he has a massive ego.
The law says everyone has to bow down to Haman. But Mordecai, Esther's cousin, hangs out at the king's gate, and he refuses to bow.
He's like, I only bow to God, bro. Haman is furious, but he doesn't just want to kill Mordecai. He decides that's too small. He finds out Mordecai is Jewish, so he decides to kill all the Jews in the entire empire.
The ticking clock. Haman casts lots, kind of like rolling dice called Purim, to pick a date for the massacre.
The date is set. He writes a law. The king signs it, and it goes out to all the cities on this specific day. Kill all the Jews.
The clock starts ticking. The Jewish people are terrified.
This is the conflict.
Question: why did Haman want to kill Mordecai and his people? Answer: because Mordecai refused to bow down to him. Mordecai sends a message to Queen Esther. You have to go to the king and beg for mercy.
Esther sends a message back. Are you crazy?
The law says if I walk into the king's throne room without being invited, he can kill me. I haven't been invited in 30 days.
If I go in there, I am dead. Mordecai sends back the most famous reply in the book.
This is the theme of the movie. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place.
And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this.
He's saying, Esther, do you think it's an accident that you and Orphan became queen? This is your destiny. Esther realizes he's right.
She sends a message back. Fast and pray for me. I will go to the king. And if I perish, I perish. Total courage.
She accepts that she might die to save her people.
Analyze that quote.
Question: if I perish, I perish. What does this tell us about Esther's character arc? Answer: she went from being afraid or passive to being brave, self-sacrificing.
Esther invites the king and Haman to a banquet. She doesn't ask yet.
She plays it cool. She invites them to a second banquet the next night. She is building suspense.
That night, the night between the banquets, is the turning point. And it happens because of
insomnia.
King Xerxes can't sleep. He's bored. He asks his servants to bring him the history books of his reign and read them to him as a bedtime story.
The coincidence? They just happen to open the book to a page that says, Mordecai saved the king from an assassination attempt 5 years ago. The king goes, wait, did we ever thank that guy? Servants. Nope. Just then, literally at that exact moment, Haman walks into the palace to ask the king for permission to hang Mordecai. The king asks Haman, what should be done for the man the king wants to honor?
Haman thinks, he must mean me.
So he says, put a royal robe on him.
and have a noble led him on a horse through the city shouting his praises.
The king says, great idea. Go do that for Mordecai.
Haman is humiliated.
He has to honor the man he wanted to kill. This is divine irony at its finest. Let's track the irony. Question. Who did Haman think the king wanted to honor? And who was it actually? Answer. He thought it was himself.
It was actually Mordecai.
The second banquet. The king asks, okay, Esther, what do you want?
I'll give you anything.
Esther drops the bomb.
She says, there is a man who has sold me and my people to be destroyed. The king is furious.
Who is he?
Esther points a finger across the table. The adversary and enemy is this vile Haman.
The king loses it.
Haman is arrested and executed on the very gallows he built for Mordecai.
Esther reveals she is Jewish.
The king issues a new decree allowing the Jews to defend themselves. The people are saved. Why, this is a masterclass in storytelling. Class, listen closely.
This story works because of tension.
From the moment Haman signs the law, there is a ticking clock.
We know the date the genocide is supposed to happen.
Every scene after that feels urgent. The invisible hand. Remember we said God's name isn't written? But look at the coincidences. 1.
Vashti gets fired so Esther, a Jew, can become queen.
2.
Mordecai hears an assassination plot years earlier.
3.
The king has insomnia on the exact night Haman plans to kill Mordecai. 4. The servants read the exact page about Mordecai. It teaches us that even when God seems silent, he is not absent.
He is moving the chess pieces. Theme, identity.
Esther starts as a girl hiding her identity. Don't tell them I'm Jewish.
She ends as a queen claiming her identity. These are my people. She realized her crown wasn't just for luxury.
It was for responsibility. Last one. Question. In the story, Mordecai asks, who knows but that you have come to your royal position for?
Finish the phrase.
Answer. Such a time as this. So, the takeaway, you might feel like you're in a random situation.
Maybe you're the only Christian in your friend group, or you're in a tough spot at school.
Remember Esther, maybe you are there for a reason. Maybe you are there for such a time as this.
Be brave.
Own your identity.
And remember, even if you can't see the hand of God, doesn't mean he isn't working. Awesome class today.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more history deep dives. I'll see you next time.